Welcome back. My name's Jim Boyle. I'm the principal lawyer in the Boyle Law Firm. If you want to know more about me or my firm, you can go to my website, jamesfboyle.com. Now, in this series, if you've been with me, we're talking about how to prepare a simple Texas divorce. We've gone through the original petition for divorce. We've covered the waiver of citation. In this video and the videos to follow, we're going to look at the final decree of divorce. So let's pause the video here while I bring up a final decree. Welcome back. This is a sample final decree of divorce for our two parties who are getting divorced, Jane and John Doe. The style, we've talked about that several times. The only change is going to be you're going to have the cause number in this now, and you're also going to have the court number, and then your style will be complete. Just a word about, I guess, logistics. When do you prepare this document? I would start preparing the final decree probably around the same time that I started preparing the petition for divorce and the waiver of citation. You'll know quickly enough when you get down to the final decree as to whether or not you're going to have an uncontested divorce or not. If one party or another refuses to sign it, then your divorce is no longer uncontested. So this can be prepared right along at the same time as all the other documents are being prepared, and the parties can work through it and make sure everything's correct in there. Now, let's get right into it. You're going to have the title of the document here, Final Decree of Divorce. Then I have just a generic statement next about, on this particular date, the court heard this case. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm just going to go through each of these paragraphs and tell you what the paragraph means and what it does. For example, in the next paragraph, if there are blanks, I'll tell you what you need to put in the blanks. But for the most part, I'm just going to tell you what it is the paragraph does so you have an understanding of it. The next paragraph deals with the appearances of the parties. The first sentence talks about the petitioner, you're going to put Jane's name in here, appeared in person and announced ready for trial. When you do your own divorce, somebody is going to have to show up in court and prove the divorce up. And one of the later videos will deal with the prove up, and it'll have the actual testimony that you need to give to the court to prove the divorce up. But somebody's going to have to appear in court and do that. Traditionally, it's the person that filed the divorce. The next sentence deals with the respondent. You're going to put the husband's name in here in our sample case, and it states that he waived citation and filed a waiver of citation with the court, and has otherwise he's not appearing. The next paragraph simply states that the testimony, and the testimony they're talking about is the testimony the wife gives at the prove up, was duly reported by the court reporter for the court. Sometimes, or in a lot of courts, there is no court reporter taking testimony, and the paragraph here might simply read that the testimony was waived, or the recording of the testimony was waived. Next, and I'll take these paragraphs, try to keep these videos about 5 minutes in length. The next paragraph deals with jurisdiction. And it is simply a statement that the court has jurisdiction of the case. The important thing here is, for those of you that don't know this already, that once you file your petition for divorce in Texas, you have to wait 60 days until you can make the divorce final. In other words, 60 days has to expire before you can go down and prove up the divorce. Now, there are some exceptions to that, but that's beyond the scope of what we're doing here. But it's just so you know, you can't file the divorce one day and go down the next day and prove it up. It's going to take at least a couple months, at least 60 days. Now, in our next video, we will continue with this final decree of divorce. As with the other documents, you can find them on the website. I'll see you then.